Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to do an initial impressions video on the Holosun 509T. So this is a pistol optic that has an enclosed emitter, meaning it's got glass in the front, glass in the back. And the idea with this is that it protects the emitter so that debris will not get in there, okay? So I don't own it. I've had a chance to shoot it twice, so this is why this is an initial impressions video. What I'm really getting at here is, would I want to buy it? Now, I'm coming at this from the perspective of somebody that owns several Holosun 507Cs and several Holosun 507 ACSS, okay? And I actually have another 507 ACSS on order, and I know I've got a couple of slides coming in, so I'm going to be buying more of them, okay? So as somebody that's been buying them, that is going to continue to buy pistol optics, you know, basically for me, it's basically a business cost as a gun instructor that travels around. So you know, it's just part of my business cost. It doesn't make a difference. The price is not an issue. Let's put it that way. Let's assume that the 509T and the 507C and ACSS all the same price. Okay, price is not an issue here. Would my next optic, right? Would it be a 509T? So that's what I'm kind of getting at here. So this video is kind of like a 507C versus a 509T. You know, that's kind of one way to look at this video. Okay, so I've had a chance to shoot it twice. The first time I had a friend of mine, he was shooting it here. He had it on a Glock MOS. It was his first time shooting it. I did get him on video, and I asked him some questions. I really didn't offer my own opinions at that time. I hadn't really formed my own opinions at that time. So I just asked him some questions. And then about a week ago, I was at a different gun range, and somebody again had a Holosun, it was a Holosun 509T on top of a Glock MOS. I got to shoot that again. I got to ask this person a couple of questions. The answers that I got from that person were very similar to the answers that I got from my friend that was here shooting it. So again, I'm gonna link that video below in the comment section so you guys can see that. So, in my opinion, would I purchase the 509T? And the answer is no, I would not. A couple of things. The first thing that stands out is it's big and it's bulky. All right, it's really big. It's very blockish. When the 507C sits on this, it kind of sits kind of low into the slide. I mean, there is a bottom to this, but you know, you kind of really don't. I mean, I don't notice the bottom so much because first of all, you got the suppressor height sights. You kind of see more of the hood that's around it. I really don't notice the bottom so much. I don't notice the slides. If anything, I just notice the top a little bit. But with the 509T, I'm very conscious that there's a big, solid bottom. There's a top. There's these big, there's the sides. So I'm very conscious of the fact that there's a block, that there's a square on top of my pistol, okay? It's hard to avoid that. So that's the first thing. Now, beyond that, let's talk about shootability. Like, is there a difference when you're actually shooting it? Well, the reticle that the 509T has is the same as the Holosun 507C. So the 507C, let me get behind the camera here. Basically a 32 M-way circle. Where are you? There it is, 32 M-way circle. Give me a hand there so it focuses. Now it does, you can have it with a dot. You can have it dot only. You can have it dot and circle, or you can have it circle only. I keep it circle only. I find that works really good like that. Okay. Now I also have the Holosun 507 ACSS. Okay. 507 ACSS. Okay. Right. You got the 250 MOA circle with the 10 MOA chevron. Okay, now this is a lot faster, right? Just you can see how much easier you can kind of find the center, right? Because you can see the edge of the circle, and that brings you to the center. Okay, You see how it kind of guides you to the center? So here's the thing, the 509T is not offered with the ACSS reticle. It's only offered with the 32 MOA circle, okay? And I have found that I can train beginners a lot faster with the ACSS. I also find that advanced shooters shoot better with the ACSS. I can have them do, you know, like one-handed drills where they're shooting in awkward positions, right, like this, you know, and they're able to find that 10 MOA circle a lot faster with the ACSS reticle than they're able to find it with the 32 MOA circle. With the 32 MOA circle, when I have them doing these you know, odd shooting positions, they pretty much have to go to their iron sights in order to find that 32 MOA circle. So I find that both beginners and advanced shooters, you know, more experienced shooters shoot the ACSS a lot better. So that's the main reason that I would not consider buying the 509T. I don't like the reticle option that's offered. Okay, now I do have that on my carry gun, my Glock 43 here, right? That's got the 32 MOA circle because that's the only option that's available, right? They don't offer this with the ACSS. I really hope that Holosun does offer their K series with the you know, with the ACSS, but in this case I don't have an option. Now, one of the things that you will notice is if you look in the glass in there, you'll see that the glass is dirty. Okay, so that's the main drawback about these open sights. The 509T, it's enclosed so that dust doesn't get in there as easy. But here's the thing, the dust, remember, you're carrying the gun over here, right? There's lint coming off of your clothes. You're gonna have lint that's still gonna end up on the back of the glass. So when you come out of the holster, right, you don't have time to clean the glass, right? You don't have time to do that. So you're gonna have to shoot through that lint anyway, you know, right? So I think that's kind of unavoidable. Okay, I've accepted, and I just tell people to, you know, just expect that the optic on your carry gun is always going to be dirty. There's always going to be lint on it, and even if it's enclosed, there's still going to be lint on the backside. And you saw how dirty this was, and you know, it's not that hard to shoot it, you know, right? You can still see through that lint. Now, that's one of the reasons why I keep it pretty bright. I've done many videos on that. I keep it, if not at the highest brightness setting, one notch down so I can see it when it's sunny outside, so I can see it when the glass is dirty, when I can see it when there's snow out there, because against the snow, the reticles wash out a little bit, so it has to be at a bright setting. So I've accepted the fact that it's going to be dirty. Now, I'm going to go a step further. I've done tests for you guys where I have filled this with snow. In fact, I'll do it now. So here you go. I just filled it up with snow. Okay? So here's the thing. Put that in there. As soon as you rack your slide, right? Or as soon as I rack that slide, right, you see how it cleared up? Right, now, let's say it didn't clear up. Let's say it didn't clear up. Right, so now it's full, right? So here's the thing, if you see that, you give this a tap, right? It's gonna come clear right away. Now, let's say it's not clear, right? Let me load this up again. Now, I did this time I'm not gonna tap it. Right, so you can see it's full of snow. Okay, so you can't see through the glass. I'm not gonna tap it, okay? All right, so this is now a situation where there's snow in there, and I've done this test with mud as well. If you search my channel, just search my name, channel name, with mud or snow, and you're gonna fight both videos. I'm not gonna clear this up. I'm just gonna point this at the direction of the target, right? All right, I'm gonna point this in the direction of the target. I cannot see the target. I'm gonna fire one shot. Okay, I fired one shot. It cleared it up. Okay. I didn't hit the target, but I got pretty close to it. Okay, but that's fine because after I take that one shot, I'm gonna take a second shot. Okay. So after you take two shots, after that first shot and then that second shot, you see how the glass got cleaned on just from the recoil? The same thing more or less happens with mud. Now I have filled this thing up with mud. Okay, at the point where I couldn't get the mud out of there, the gun actually stopped working because I had put so much mud on that gun that the gun just stopped working. So the gun is going to stop working before you get to the point where you can't see the reticle. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm not going to switch over to the 509T. Number one, it's big and bulky. Number two, well, actually, big and bulky. It comes up higher. And here's the thing with these, especially with these polymer 80s. If you like, because this slide here is cut specifically for an RMR. So if I was going to put the 509T, I'd have to get an adapter plate on this. So that's going to raise it up even higher. Now this slide has the bosses that come up. So from what I've been told, the adapter plates and the optic are not compatible with slides that have the bosses that come up because the way it basically clamps in there, and the two just interfere with each other. So that's one of the things to be careful of. If you have a slide that has bosses that come up, it may not be compatible with the adapter plate. It may not be compatible with the 509T when you put it on there. Okay, so that's the one thing. It comes up high. It's not going to be compatible with most of the slides that I have. Okay, but secondly, I don't love. Especially I don't love the 32 MOA circle is really good, but I like the ACSS a lot better. And they don't offer an ACSS, and they should offer that. They should offer the 507K in ACSS. I mean, ACSS is the best reticle. I've tested that under lots of stressful conditions where I've got people like hanging from a rope shooting one-handed. Everybody shoots ACSS better. Okay, so those are my initial impressions on the 509T. I think it's a good optic, but I'm not gonna get that over this. I'm gonna stick with the 507 ACSS because I think it's, first of all, the reticle's better. And there's no reason for me to get a bigger, bulkier optic. Now, I wouldn't mind if the hood itself was a little bit bigger and it gave me a bigger window, without giving me a bigger base. Maybe that would work for me, but as it is right now, I mean, I just don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason why I think I would want to go to the 509T. I think it's good and all, but I like the 507 ACSS better. So that's my opinion on that, and that's all it is. It's an opinion, and that's based on me having shot it 2 times. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys own it, and you have a different opinion, by all means, put in the comment section. It's not like my way is the only way. Everybody's got their own ideas. So by all means, give me your ideas. Let me know why you like it or you don't like it. Or, if you like some of the stuff I said, or if you don't like some of the stuff I said. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe, hit the bell button so you get the notifications. I'll talk to you guys soon.